Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. It's been a while since I cleaned my glasses and it has also been a while ever since I made quad skates videos. So this is what we are going to do today. So this is my first pair of raised heel skates and today I'm gonna share my experiences with these. Right here I got the Chuffed Pro boot from Pitman.
Are they my skates? Holy shit. They're crazy.
Chuffed is a kind of new brand. It's been, I don't know, I first heard about Chuffed, I think was 2022 or 2021. And they've been doing an amazing job in the whole quad skating thing, especially in the ramp quad skating scene. I met the owner Sam at the Milano Quad Fest, and Sam sent me these boots. So the whole skate that I got here was sent to me, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to share my opinions. You take your conclusions. If you think it's not 100% honest, I'll try to be as honest as I can. So Chuffed Pitman boot with Magic Goods plate and Magic Goods 2.5 trucks. For wheels, I was using the Chaya red wheels. Bearings, these are the Wicked Abec 9, and these are the toe stops that come on the Ragnar roll skate, which is right here, but I changed the thing. The blocks, these are the Brunny Hardcore 3056 Megan Shuffle Pro model. Anyway, I am someone that doesn't have a lot of experience, especially over the past couple of years with quad skates. I kind of put it on hold for the past 2-3 years. I would skate every now and then, but nothing like that I would do consistently. But for the past 2 weeks, I skated these more consistently, and I feel like I can at least share some opinions. A couple years ago, I made a video also on this channel where I said that the flat boots, the flat heel skates, would be a more stable skate, which I still stand by it. I know that when my foot is like with the heel down, it's more stable. A good example that I can give you of that is if you see someone with a raised heel type of shoe, like with high heels, it would be a lot more unstable. Of course, this is not as high as a high heel shoe, but still it wouldn't be as stable than a flat boot. But then there are other things that can increase the stability or the supportiveness, or how supportive of a skate a boot could be. So Chuffed has 4 different levels of softness or firmness, and they say that the boot could be soft, the boot could be medium, firm, or extra firm, and this boot is on the extra firm side. And I can confirm that I had 0 stability problems with the boot. And yes, it was my first time skating a raised heel skate, especially for ramp skating or for grinds or street tricks or whatever you want to call it. And I had 0 stability problems. I felt like I could do those side manuals and those hill manuals and some grinds where I need to bend my feet, and I didn't felt lack of stability or lack of support in the boot. What I did felt, and this is something that I'm not used to, is like when I first put the skate on, I tied the laces not to the top. I leave it on the second to last one. And in the beginning, I felt like the laces were cutting a little bit. And then 4, 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, I feel like the whole thing is like the pressure is distributed across the lace area and not just on top. I don't know, it's maybe the way that I lace them, or maybe I should be lacing them all the way to the top. I really don't know, but that's what I felt with this. But maybe because the tongue is not extremely padded, but I don't think I would prefer a padded tongue other than this. So I just need to lace them properly from the get-go, or maybe this is something that it's normal. The first couple of minutes you feel like they're a bit tighter, and then they kind of like distribute the pressure evenly. So really, really nice. I didn't skate them enough to tell you if this is gonna last or not, but it sure looks pretty, the inside. This is a size 9, 280 millimeters. I am a 275 millimeter length, foot length, and I'm using a 280 without any problem. Something that I really like is how wide the boot is, and I could really feel like the laces would be wrapping around, would make the boot wrap around my foot. So also not just a supportive boot, but also extremely comfortable, because this was something that I was scared. If I go for an extra firm boot, maybe it's not as comfortable, but I felt comfortable enough. As I said, the only thing that I felt was like at the beginning I would probably be tightening them too much, but it's something that after a couple minutes feels good. Now, going to this plate. It's been a while since I skated something that it's not a Chaya skate. Also, I haven't been skating consistently, not even on the Chaya skates, but they're really low compared to most of the other skates. Even if I put it next to the others, you'll see that the grinding surface is quite low. If you see where for the plate to be in the same place, to start in the same area, you'll see that there's about 10 millimeters lower than on the other one. And don't take me for granted with this sizing. It's all like with the eye, so it's nothing is very scientific. But what happens is stock, this thing came with very soft bushings, and like the rubbers here, the bushings were very soft, and I couldn't really skate them. Then I changed the bushings for something way harder, the ones that come on the Ragnarol, and I tightened them a lot, and you can see that I didn't do a very good job with shaving the kingpin, because the kingpin was protruding a lot. So if I wanted to grind with the trucks, the kingpin would be sticking out, so I just cut it. But now I encounter another problem, which is if I try to grind, when I want to do grinds on my trucks, the edge block is higher. So I'm not really grinding that much on the trucks as I would want to. I think over time, obviously, the blocks will just get more used. But the good thing is the trucks are not too wide, so that makes the grind feel more stable. And especially with this groove that you have here on the block, I never felt so easy to do like 50/50s and double axles and 1 foot grinds. It's just so easy. Like when you lock, it's just the foot just stays on the rails or anything. It just stays. Really easy to do grinds. But on the other hand, if you look here, you'll also see that the block twisted a little bit. I don't know exactly why. Some people told me that could be because when I do my front side slides, I don't keep my feet straight. I stay a little bit on, like most people do them like this. I do them a little bit on the inside edge, meaning that I apply more pressure on this inside part, and that makes the block goes a little bit corked. I didn't felt the difference for that. In fact, it's just more of a visual thing. When I look at it, it looks weird that it's not straight, but I don't feel a difference while grinding. Now, still going on this block, you'll see that it has all these different shavings here. And I was very scared to do some of the tricks, like the unity trick, which is when you grind or when you slide with your feet crossed. Coming from an aggressive inline skating background, or even on the Chaya blocks, not the ones that I have on these Ragnarols, but coming from the Chaya blocks, you would have a thing which is a part of the boot or a part of the block that would touch. So when you go sideways, there would be 2 points touching. On these, there's only 1 point touching. So at first, I was a bit scared of doing like that unity slide and the foot just either slide out or something happening, but I had no problems. Even when I did that royale trick, which is when instead of doing grind like this, you go both on the same side like this. I did the royale grind on a coping. I don't know if I can really call it a royale, because usually a royale you would need to have 2 points of contact on this foot that goes in the back. And here, well, I don't see myself touching with this and this. Maybe it's possible and I'm not there yet. I don't know. But at the end of the day, what I felt is I could be doing those royales with this setup quite easy. There's 2 more things that I want to mention. One of them is the toe stop. Compared to most of the skates, look at the distance between the toe stop and the wheels. See? The toe stop is so close to the wheels that I feel like I need to lean a lot in order for the toe stop to touch. So if I want to do some tricks on the coping with the toe stops, I struggled a little bit because the space for that is so short. But on the other hand, the good thing is the wheelbase, the distance in between the wheels is so big that I felt really that I was in control of the skates, and that's something that I really enjoyed. When I skate with something like this, I feel like the wheelbase is too short, so very easily I land and I go on the toe stops or I fall backwards, while on these skates I felt a lot of control with the landings and with the skating itself. Yes, it's not as maneuverable, but I feel more control with this. Still on the toe stops, I probably am going to take them out and try to skate them without, because I didn't really use them that much. Now, on one last thing that I need to mention is, I do not know if it's because of the race deal or the wheels or the mix of both, probably the mix of both. But one thing that I always felt on skates is, if I'm skating flat, like with a lower heel, the skates feel in a certain way, but as I raise my heels, and I've done this before for doing gaps, I put like shock absorbers behind my heels, so making my heel go up a little bit, I start feeling my skates going a bit slower, okay? Especially going forward. If I go backwards, it's different, but that could be because we put more weight on the front of your foot. So if your weight usually comes all the way to your heels and you're trying to shift your weight a little bit more to the front, that would make your skate slower. At least that's how I feel. I'm not saying that everyone is going to feel the same way, or this is not a scientific thing. It's just like a personal opinion. And the mix of having a raised heel skate with these wheels that even on the Chaya, on the Chaya Karma, I never felt like these wheels were very fast. I think these are called the fireballs or something like that. So the mix of a raised heel skate with these, it felt slower. It really felt slower. I'm not gonna say it's the bearings, because I've skated the bearings on other skates, from aggressive skates to other skates, even like the Ragnar rolls didn't felt like that. Also, the wheels are a bit smaller than the ones on the Ragnar rolls that are 60s. So there's a couple of things that may be influencing the speed, the lack of speed that I feel on these skates, but I want to change that. So for today, that's all I have to say about these skates. I really like them. I'm going to keep skating them. I may do some adjustments. Number 1, the wheels. Number 2, maybe the toe stops out or not. I'll be playing around with that. I'll be sharing some opinions about that later. But for now, yeah, if you want to keep on following this quad skating rediscovery from my side, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And yeah, I'll be skating these Chuffed skates for a bit more, and I may be even testing other stuff on the market. I never really tested the Moxies myself. I was supposed to get a pair of Moxies that never arrived, so I ended up going with these, and I'm very happy with that. So yeah, if you're looking for some raised heel skates, these ones got my thumbs up. So thanks to Chuffed for sending me these skates, and to every single one of you for watching it up until now. If you have any questions, drop me a comment. If you don't have any questions but you have any opinion of something, you can also drop me a a comment, and if I know how to answer, I will for sure let my reply be on that comment section. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget why we all started skating, and that is because it's fun. Now cheers and see you soon.